The Auburn program in Vienna, Austria offers students an exciting opportunity for study abroad. Vienna is a perfect city for such an opportunity because it has all of the things, it's big enough so that it has all the things that a big city has to offer, such as a marvelous transportation system, subways, buses, trolley cars, and also a multitude of cultural offerings, music, art, theater, museums. So students get that big city feel, but it's also small enough so that the students can really get to know and acclimate themselves to the city fairly quickly, which is important for a 4 to 5 week program. The Auburn program is housed at the Amerika Institute, which is located at the heart of downtown Vienna, right across the street from the State Opera House. Classes run from approximately 9 a.m. to 2:30 each day, and thus students have the afternoons free to explore the city. In addition, the program offers 2 excursions, to Prague and Salzburg. However, there are free weekends where students are able to travel a bit on their own or in groups to see other cities and/or countries. Vienna is centrally located so that cities in Western Europe, but also cities in Eastern Europe, are easily accessible by train. During the 5 weeks in Vienna, students are housed with host families. This is an extremely good opportunity for students to have contact with German speakers outside of the classroom. They are also an important resource for cultural information about Vienna. The host family situation allows students a glimpse into the private side of Viennese culture. During the 5 weeks, students take 2 courses, one in the language sequence and then also a cultural history course. For these 2 courses combined, depending on the language level, students can receive either 6 or 7 credits towards their degrees. Students who are majoring in, say, international trade or international business, or who have their majors housed in another college, they can certainly, provided that they're at a certain linguistic level, get all 6 credits towards their major from this study abroad program.
I think the best part was being in a classroom with only 2 other people. There was only 3 students in our German class, and we had it every day for 2.5 hours. And Dr. O'Brien was actually my teacher while I was there. Some of the other students had Austrians as their professors. I had Dr. O'Brien. It was really great. I was able to improve my grammar and my speaking ability because there was only 3 of us, and if no one talked, it was a very silent class.
The best part of this whole experience had to be the people that I met and learning about different kinds of people. And being that this was my first trip to Europe, it was actually my first time on a plane. And so when just the whole herding of people through the airports and everybody there was so many people in Europe, in the first district of Vienna, and just the feeling of being a tadpole in the sea of the world, you know, and really getting to get a feel of how people really are, not just where I live and who I'm used to, but on a world scale. That was the most important thing that I learned.
The best part was the host family. My host family was really involved, and they took me different places, and I was able to speak German with them every day, so that was the best experience. The host family treated me like I was a part of the family. They had a pretend birthday party for me. We went to movies, went to open arena movies. They cooked dinner more than they were supposed to, and made me speak German, so it's really good.
The best part of the whole experience for me was feeling my language skills improve, get significantly better over time throughout the 4 weeks. Being able to communicate with people on a one-to-one basis, just being able to order things or being able to just to understand what people were saying around me, even though it's a foreign language, that was really special and amazing to me. I felt like since I was there in Vienna everyone was speaking German around me. I felt like I definitely learned it a lot faster than I did when I was here. I took my first German class at Auburn, and I felt like I did pretty okay, but once I took the one in Vienna, I just felt like it was at least 100% or 200% times faster than what it was when I was taking a class here.
The best part of the experience for me was meeting a lot of new people, experiencing a lot of things I hadn't experienced before. In particular, I really enjoyed the art museums. They were amazing. I went to several museums. Some of them were part of guided tours. Others were things I just wanted to see on my own. And they have so many art museums in Vienna, and also it's really cool because one of the major hangout places is the Museums Quartier, which is like a courtyard kind of thing where everyone hangs out all night, and it's in the midst of art museums and history museums, and it's you know, so I would go there and stay at the museums all day, and then at night go there and meet new people and get chances to you know, I actually met quite a few locals and actually hung out with them throughout the time I was there, and I also met a lot of Americans and people from all over the world, so it was amazing.
The best part of studying abroad in Vienna was just being over there, learning how to speak and learning from like the different culture. We went to the oldest church in Vienna, it's pretty cool. Also to the Central Cemetery. And there's also a trip to Prague that's included, like a weekend trip, and we stayed in a hostel, and that was fun. And also we went to Salzburg, like a group of students went to Salzburg, and we got to learn about Salzburg.
Ich finde Stephansdom sehr schön, und es war mein Lieblingsteil für meine Reisen in Wien.
Ich bin in das Kunsthistorisches Museum gegangen.
Ich bin mit meiner Frau in ein Schwimmbad auf einem Berg gegangen. Von dort haben wir ganz Wien gesehen.
Ich habe in den Tiergarten gegangen und ich habe einen Wasserbuffel gesehen.
Ich bin mit 3 Leuten an der Donau von Melk nach Krems Rad gefahren.
One of the best parts of the program to me was the second class, the cultural history class of Vienna. And instead of being in a classroom, you're actually walking around Vienna visiting historical sites, historical churches, historical buildings, and things like that. And you have an instructor that just knows an amazing amount of things, and she can tell you exactly what's happened there, exactly what the history of the place is, and you're actually walking through it and seeing everything at the same time, and it all comes together in sort of a knowledgeable kind of way. And I was able to understand things a lot better that way.
I would say it was one of the best experiences of my life. 5 weeks kind of by yourself, not by yourself, you're with a group, but it's a good time to think, to get away from America, away from home, learn about a new culture. I felt like my language skills improved immensely while I was there. And I was actually able, when I came home, to skip the 3rd semester of German, and I'm taking the 4th semester right now. It's not perfect. I feel like I, could have taken the 3rd semester and been fine, but also being there, being in the culture, hearing the language, improved my language skills enough that I could skip the 3rd semester.
That's great.
And you get 7 hours of college credit, which I thought was a pretty good deal for only being there for 4 weeks.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. I mean, you may not ever get to go back, and just go into a foreign country, you learn a lot more than just being in America your whole life.
It felt like, to me, the camaraderie between the students from Auburn there was really special, like all the bonds between the Auburn students. Even if they're experiencing different host families or different things at different times, they all have this common bond of being from here and experiencing something really different together. And that seemed really special to me.
One of the other girls and I are talking about next summer, we want to maybe do some backpacking, just throw like 4 t-shirts and a couple pairs of jeans together and fly into Germany and just backpack for a couple weeks. And I feel like we became good enough friends on that trip where we could do this together and have a lot of fun.
It's the most substantial experience I've had in my life to this day. I fell in love with Europe when I went, and I have got to go back.
still